like it was dead. I just wanted to stay in bed, never get up anytime soon. But then my band walked through the door and knocked me down onto the floor and said with a look of delight, "You'll wake up, Steve, get your ass ready. We gotta do a show tonight." I rolled out of bed and I started my day out right. Gave my aching throat a rest so I could sound my very best singing here for you tonight. Day seemed really dull and long, waiting for the opening song. I felt like I was trapped in a cage. And even though I'm nervous, it'll all be really worth it the second that I walk out on stage. So come on everybody, don't you know it's time for the show? Time to get up on the stage, go to work, sing and play. Come on now, get ready to go. Time to give this audience a little satisfaction. Come on everybody, lights, camera, action. Time to please the crowd, yeah, I'm feeling loud. Come on now, it's time for the show. So we loaded the equipment and the instruments into a truck. Spent the afternoon on a bus driving here, then the crew started setting it up. Test 1, 2 while the guitar's tuned. God, I hope we have enough power. Everybody take a little time for yourself, but don't be late, we go on in an hour. Oh, come on everybody, don't you know it's time for the show? Time to get up on the stage, go to work, sing and play. Come on now, get ready to go. Time to give this audience a little satisfaction. Come on everybody, lights, camera, action. Time to please the crowd, yeah, I'm screaming loud. Come on now, it's time for the show. Gee, I hope the crowd ain't picky, cause the new song's kinda sticky and I think I'm losing my voice. But listen to those people roar, I know my aching throat is sore, but right now I ain't got a choice. Now! Stage, go to work, sing and play. Come on now, get ready to go. Time to give this audience a little satisfaction. Come on everybody, lights, camera, action. Time to please the crowd, yeah, I'm screaming loud. Come on now, it's time for the show. Hate it when I do that. Time to give this crowd, yeah, I'm screaming loud. Come on now, it's time for the show. Come on now, it's time for the show. Hello, friends. Welcome. It's Sunday Fun Day here at Nevada Square Garden. I'm your host, Piano Man Steve Lungrin. Couple quick things. First of all, if you notice the stains on my shirt, 1 minute before I was to go on stage, this is not drool, 1 minute before I was to go live, I took a drink of water and, of course, slopped some onto my shirt. So there was not time to change or for it to dry up completely. These are the little things that make live performances live. Second, that was a song off of my 2018 album. The album was called, what was the album called? Keep This Party Rolling. That track is called Time for the Show, which is something I actually wrote back when I was just a lad, back in 2000, believe it or not. recorded it first on an album called Time for the Show, believe it or not, but I redid it with the help of my friend Chris Pinnock, and we put together a Leonard Skinnerty kind of record out of it that I was really pleased with. So thought I'd bring that out. It was written to be a show opener. Thought it was probably time to make it one. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. We'll get to some requests here pretty quick. I know we've got more people logging in as we speak. Be real close. Said he couldn't go on the American way. Closed the shop, sold the house, and bought a ticket to the West Coast. Now he gives them a stand-up routine in L.A. For me, 'cause I'm alright, yeah. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. I never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. They would tell you can't sleep alone in a strange place. Then they tell you you can't sleep with somebody else. But sooner or later you sleep in your own space. Either way it's okay, you wake up with yourself. Ooh, yeah. I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. Never said you had to offer me a second chance. I never said I was a victim of circumstance. I still belong. Don't get me wrong. You can speak your mind, but not on my time. Say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me alone. Ooh, keep it to yourself, it's my life, this is my life. Ooh, to yourself, it's my life, this is my life. Ooh, to yourself, it's my life. Get out of my face. All right, let's say hello to some people. See who's in the comments. See what people are looking for. Hello, hello, hello. Lucia, mi amiga in España. Thank you for joining us. First here, first comment. Moritz in Graz, Austria. Thank you. Allentown, yeah, we'll try to do that here shortly. Hi, Ben Hancock. Thanks for being here. Bill Hasty, our resident music trivia person. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Gary. Gary Beal joining us. Let me see if I'm saying this right. Kejamani. Hello there. I'm off work tomorrow, so I'll finally be able to watch your whole stream. Awesome. I hope it doesn't suck, man. Or woman, I'm not sure. Or they, I'm not sure. Just the name is sort of not 100% clear, but I am grateful that you are here. So, thank you. Mate. Hey, Steve, I got my finals tomorrow. Can you play I'm Still Standing by Elton John? You know what? I can. It's probably time to do an Elton John song anyway. We'll start out with that one. Dave Rosado down in Brazil. Thank you very much. I'm not going anywhere on Sundays, man. This is my favorite thing to do. Jesus. Woo, Piano Man. Thank you very much. I already beat you to it. I did play My Life. Outstanding. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, I hate it when I accidentally get a little too rambunctious and I hit one of these other voices and suddenly I lose my piano patch and it sounds like I'm playing organ. I try to just let it sound like I meant to do that, but I think you guys figured me out. Okay, well, without further ado here, our beautiful friend Bettina Stadelmann in Germany is here. Thank you very much. Good to see you in the comments too. Okay. Gary, how you doing, my friend, here in Mesquite? Outstanding. All right, well, let's carry on. This is for our friend taking his finals today. Blood like when it freezes to like ice, and there's a cold lonely light that shines from you. Wind up like the wrecker you hide behind that mask you use. Did you think the fool could never win? Look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love and a simple way. Need to know while I'm still standing, you just fade away. You know I'm still standing, better than I ever did. I'm looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. Once I never could have hoped to win, a lot down the road leaving me again. Fetch your babe meant to cut me down. But love is just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. I'm still standing better than I ever did, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Whoa, whoa, looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing, yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 All right. Tyler, my man, how you doing? Up and coming musician in his own right, working towards doing some gigging. Hi, Mom. Jean-Luc, good day. Greetings from Montreal, recovering from surgery. Well, thank you. I hope that this helps you heal faster. Dawson Rogers, how you doing, young man? Found out the other day that for the next year's marching band season, we're playing an arrangement of Saturday Nights All Right for Fighting. You know what? That's awesome, man. You and I will have that in common. My senior year in high school, my band did an Elton John show, and that was our opener Saturday night. Cooking a steak and listening to Piano Man Steve. Well, I'll tell you what. If Piano Man Steve sucks, at least you got the steak. So you've got a winning situation no matter what, my friend. Bazaval, thank you. All right. So let's carry on here. This is just one that I haven't played this in probably 2 or 3 months, but just makes me feel good every time I play it. Music's about feeling good, folks. So let's see if you can spot this one. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Missed a taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hours. She calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, oh mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. The country roads, take me home down country road. All right, thank you very much. Wish that John Denver had lived longer, you and me both, man. He was one of my very, 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 very favorites. I can't help it, man. Every time I play that song, it just makes me smile. All right. If you guys will give me about 20 seconds off camera or less, I just need to go prevent a sneeze. I'll be right back. Can't say it's the most tasteful thing I've ever done, but I think given the alternative, that was probably better than just letting it play out on camera. All right, I have a few requests in here I'll be getting to. Some great stuff people have been asking for. I'm going to carry on. Today I'm going to share a little bit more of my own music than sometimes I often do. Maybe it's because I'm working on another album and I'm about to drop an EP that I've had done for a while. I've just been waiting on the cover art to get finished. I need to call my graphic artist today and say what is going on, because it's been about a month. But once she gets that done, we'll schedule a launch party for the new EP, and then I'm working on another follow-up LP as we speak. So I'm kind of in the mood to share some of my own music, and so you're going to hear a little bit of that here and there throughout today's show and other shows as we go. This is one that came out on the same album as that opening track. It was the album was called Keep This Party Rollin'. And this is an idea that I had, I don't know, probably 15 years ago, and fleshed it out into the shell of a song back then. And then the year I was making this record, I sat down with it and kind of crafted the words a little more carefully and made a couple of changes to the melody and put a nice arrangement together. Features like pretty much all of my solo material. It features the guitar brilliance of my friend Chris Pinnock. And I remember at the time I thought that the premise for Kenny Rogers had a song called She Believes in Me. Maybe you've heard of it. It's the one that's and she believes in me. I'll never know just what she sees in me. Told her someday if she was my girl, I could change the world. With my little songs, I was wrong. And she has faith in me. And so I'll go on trying faithfully. Who knows, maybe on some special night, if my song is right, I will find a way. Find a way while she waits. So, just playing a snippet of that. So I thought, man, I love that idea for a song. Because most love songs are so much more like, you know, I met her and we went on a date and we fell in love. This is from a man's perspective saying, she believes in me even though I'm not everything that I dream of being yet. Everything that I've sold myself to her, that I have the potential of being, I'm not that yet. But she still believes I will be. And that was a powerful concept. And so I thought maybe my interesting twist on the same idea would be, I am everything that I sold her on. But I'm only that because she had such faith in me that I couldn't help but achieve those things. So that was the concept behind this, and so the name of this song is She Thinks I Can, and you can hear it on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, YouTube Music, all the places where music is sold and streamed and all of that good stuff. It's on my album, Keep This Party Rolling. It goes like this. Everybody thinks that I'm the classic story of success. They think that I'm self-made. I've done it all alone 'cause I'm the best. But there's someone they don't see. She's behind the scenes, cheering on a scared, pathetic man. Well, everything I've done, every battle that I've won, is 'cause I'm with her, and she thinks I can. She thinks I can, so I've gotta try. She thinks I can, sometimes I don't know why. But I've climbed the highest mountains, made miracles come true. 'Cause she thinks I can, so I do. Ever since we met, she's inspired me to try more. When I throw in the towel, she's there to lift me off the floor. She never hesitates, she never has lost faith. She believes in me with all her heart. When I look in her eyes, fire lights inside. Then I go out and try to reach the stars. She thinks I can, so I give it all I've got. thinks I can, so I'll give it one more shot. And I've survived the storms that I should never make it through. 'Cause she thinks I can, so I do. It doesn't really matter how impossible it seems, I'll find a way to do it. 'Cause she believes in me. Whoa, she thinks I can, so I dig down really deep. She thinks I can, so I get back on my feet. I've lived the life a million other men wish they could choose. 'Cause she thinks I can, so I do. I've climbed the highest mountains, made miracles come true. 'Cause she thinks I can. And so I do. All right, thank you. Tom Patterson, hello from the center of the nation. All right. Hey, Yash, joining us from India. Very late night for you. Thank you. I will definitely take you up on this, Astric. I don't know when I will do my next bit of international travel. My first bit of travel plans post-vax are going to be just going back to Nebraska to see my niece and my nephew, my younger sister and her husband, and to spend a little bit of time in my parents' home there, see family, and see a few friends that live back in that part of the world that I haven't seen in a couple of years. But you know, we'll see as the pandemic comes into a little bit better control around the world. I will most certainly be itching to jump across the pond, and I'd love to meet up with you in Budapest for a drink sometime. That'd be fantastic. Thank you. Thanks, Gary. Big Ship says, how you been? Maybe you can play Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. You know, I don't have that one in the tank today, but I do have some Journey planned. So now would be as good a time as any to do it. I have a wonderful fan from Peru named Laura who wondered if I could play Open Arms by Journey. And I can. But good rule of thumb for all of you aspiring musicians, always take a drink of water before you attempt to sing Steve Perry. It never goes well if you forget. Okay, I'm going to do my best to remember how this goes. Forgive me if I have a couple of botches, but this was a big, big hit for Journey. I think maybe around 1984 or something in that neighborhood. lying beside you here in the dark, feeling your heartbeat with mine. Softly you whisper, you're so sincere. How could our love be so blind? We sailed on together, we drifted apart, and here you are by my side. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms. Living without you, living alone, this empty house seems so cold. Wanting to hold you, wanting you near, how much I wanted you whole. But now that you've come back, turn night into day, and I need you to stay. So now I come to you with open arms, nothing to hide. Believe what I say. So here I am with open arms, hoping you'll see what your love means to me. Open arms. All right. Efrain Ruiz. I'm Dario from Peru. Another Peruvian. Amazing. Thank you very much. You're one of the best piano men I've ever seen. Can you play New York State of Mind? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. But first, let me take care of a request that popped in earlier from our friend Moritz over in Austria. Let me see here. We need to do the sound effect right. So this is for the workers in Europe because we just celebrated Labor Day in Europe, from what I understand from Moritz's post. So this is my impersonation of a lunch whistle at the factory. living here in Allentown, and they're closing all the factories down. Out in that land they're killing time, filling out forms, standing in line. Well, our fathers fought the Second World War, spent their weekends on the Jersey Shore, smelled our mothers in the USO, asked them to dance with them slow. We're living here in Allentown, but the restlessness was handed down, and it's getting very hard to stay. Well, we're waiting here in Allentown, out of restlessness for the Pennsylvania we never found, for the promises our teachers gave. If we worked hard, if we behave, though the graduations hang on the wall, but they never really helped us at all. No, they never taught us what was real, iron and coke, chromium steel. And we're waiting here in Allentown, but the businessness was handed down, and the union people crawled away. Every child had a pretty good shot to get at least as far as their old man got. Something happened on the way to that place. They threw an American flag in our face. Oh, oh, ha. Well, I'm living here in Allentown, and it's hard to keep a good man down, but I won't be getting up today. Good time to remind you that next week is a special live streaming event. As it turns out, next Sunday is May 9th, Billy Joel's 72nd birthday. We will be wishing him a happy birthday in style with an all Billy Joel show. I'll be in costume, in character, with the backing tracks. It's going to be great. So help me say happy birthday, Mr. Joel, Mr. Piano Man, Mr. Billy the Kid. That's next Sunday. So I have a couple more requests I need to take care of. What I'm going to do right now is play something by another artist, and then I've got another Billy Joel song to honor a request for. This is for a friend of mine who's in town visiting from high school. She's actually my older sister's friend, but we've become friends too. She's a pretty cool chick. She brought her man friend in from Hawaii where they're living. And he's so cool. I like her more just for bringing him into my life. What a cool guy. His name is Donovan. Anyway, she wondered if I could have a crack at this old Dolly Parton number. And I don't do female songs very often, but I can't turn down at least giving it a go for my long-lost dear friend from Kearney High School. So here you go, Ms. Bucket. Out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch, try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street the traffic starts jumping, with folks like me on from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by, it's all taking and no giving. Use your mind and they'll never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, you got passion and a vision, cause it's hustling time. A whole new way to make a living. Gonna change your life, do something giving meaning, with a website that is worthy of your dreaming. You got dreams and you know that they matter. Be your own boss, climb your own ladder. The moment's getting closer by the day. You're in the same boat a lot of your friends, launching ideas all you believe in. The time is gonna turn, gonna blow your way. You're working 9 to 5, making something of your own now, and it feels so fine to be building from you know how. Gonna move ahead. There's nothing you can't do now when you listen to that voice inside of you. Yeah, 9 to 5, got passion and a vision, cause it's hustling time. Whole new way to make a living. Gonna change your mind, do something giving meaning, with a dream that is worthy of your dreaming. 5 to 9, you keep working, 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 working. 9 to 5, your dreams are gonna come true and working. 9 to 5, you keep a dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. It's enough to make crazy if you let it. All right. A couple of times that almost turned into a train wreck, but we survived, by golly, we survived. Okay. By request, here we go. Some folks like to get away take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. Seen all the movie stars, their fancy cars and their limousines. Been high in the Rockies, under the evergreens. But I know what I'm needing. I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News, comes down to reality. It's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on a riverside. Don't have any reasons, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. Was so easy living day by day, yeah. Out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, Daily News. Whoa, 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 comes down to reality. Fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or on a riverside. Any reasons, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. I'm just taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. 'cause I'm in a I'm in a New York. State of All right. Hey, Mr. Smith here in Hawaii, or AI Smith. I'm not sure if that's a Mr. or a Mrs., but thank you for joining us. Hawaii. One of the most beautiful places on planet Earth. Ooh, hey, Bettina, let's see, Summer of 69. You know, I've never tried that one, but I am familiar with it. Let me just, time for an experiment, folks. Let me just establish what key I should be in here. I got my first real 16. Okay. This is one of those times where we have no idea how this is going to go. If it's a total disaster, I'll stop early. I got my first real keyboard, bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled. It was the summer of 69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. I should've known we'd never get far. Oh, and when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. And if I had the choice, yeah, I'd always wanna be there. Those were the best days of my life. Oh yeah. Ain't no use in complaining when you got a job to do. Spend my evenings down at the drive-in, and that's when I met you, yeah. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you'd wait forever. And when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Oh yeah, back in the summer of 69. Oh yeah. And this is where I get a little bit lost. Man, we were killing time. We were young and restless. We needed to unwind. Guess that now lasts forever, no. I know that was totally wrong. now the times are changing. Look at everything that's come and gone. Sometimes when I play that keyboard, I think of you and I wonder when I'm wrong. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that it lasts forever. Oh, and when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Oh yeah, back in the summer of '69. Oh yeah, the summer of '69. Oh yeah, back in the summer of '69. All right. That's what you call quit while you're ahead. Okay. Hey, Noah, no worries, man. Thanks for joining us, young man. Sometimes technical issues get me too. Okay, I cannot remember who asked for it, but someone had asked for this because it was his father's favorite song. And sadly, he had just lost his father. So let's rock together in this gentleman's father's name. Forgive me for forgetting the name of the person that asked for this. Please speak up again in the comments so I can acknowledge you properly. I don't want to spend a lot of time scrolling up trying to find it again. But I saw your request, and hopefully your dad can jam with us from the great beyond, okay? 2, 3, 4. Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Don't try to take me to a disco. You never even get me out on the floor. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Still like that old time rock and roll. The kind of music just soothes the soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. Woo! Don't try to take me to a tango. I'd rather hear some blues or funky old soul. There's only one true way to get me to go. Come play some old time rock and roll. Call me a relic, call me what you will. Say I'm old fashioned, say I'm over the hill. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Still like that old time rock and roll. The kind of music just soothes the soul. I reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. Woo! Like that old time rock and roll. The kind of music just soothes the soul. Reminisce about the days of old with that old time rock and roll. That's right. All right. Let us see. This is interesting. Stage Mom says, "The Way You Look Tonight" by Sinatra. I don't get to do that sort of thing very often. That'd be an interesting one to play. Okay, real quick, if you're really enjoying yourself and you feel so inclined, I do have some digital tip jars that I'm happy to take your contributions through. It's not required. It is always appreciated. It helps keep the electricity turned on, powering the new content and all that good stuff. Your greatest gift is always just your presence here, but I would be remiss if I didn't at least alert you to it. So down in the description of both Facebook and YouTube, you'll see I have Venmo link as well as a PayPal link. Any amount is always appreciated. And thank you very, very much for that. So carrying on here with some requests. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. You're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. You're lovely, don't you ever change. Keep your foolish charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. You're lovely, don't you ever change. Keep your foolish charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. All right. Okay, I brought one with me I wanted to play. Let's see here. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about, I'm going to play one of my songs. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my life. Most of the time when I write songs, I do not write them about people that I know. I usually write very much fictional, which it would be easy to assume that I mostly write about real people, because I am not I'm not typically like an emotional mosaic lyric writer. I tend to tell pretty real stories, like a little movie, if you will. But I find it's easier for me to just conceive of a story than it is to try and tell one about someone I really know. It's like you're too close to the situation sometimes to do it justice. People you really know, you have a very nuanced situation with, and when you're telling a fictional story, you can be shallow, which is kind of important when you're trying to condense the whole story into 3 minutes. So very, very seldom do I write things that are incredibly personal or that are about people I know. One exception was I got married right out of college. I was fresh. I was 22 years old. And thought that's what you do. I met a girl. She was sort of my first love, if you will. And, didn't spend enough time in courtship to find out that probably wasn't a good idea, that we weren't really a good match that way. It's not that she was a bad girl or that I was a bad kid. We just weren't a good match, but we didn't give it the time necessary to discover that. And we made it work for about 7 years, and we got a divorce, and it was a really difficult thing to go through. I wouldn't change it. Learned a lot. But it was tough. Both of us that last several months were not doing very well. And so I wrote a number of songs after that divorce that were very personal, expressing what was going on in my life. This was back in 2007, and a number of those songs ended up on my 2016 album, which is called Beat Up Old Piano, which is a very autobiographical album, which I say is kind of unusual for my typical writing style. So anyway, I was really struggling in the wake of the divorce, felt like a failure, was really upset with myself, was really upset with her. And I was sitting in the hot tub. I live in a condo development, and there's a pool and a hot tub available to the community. And it's surrounded by palm trees, and I was sitting there at about 1 o'clock in the morning staring. It was a beautiful, clear desert night with a full moon, and the sort of the shadow from the stars and the moon created a silhouette of all of these palm trees around me. And it was beautiful, and I realized that I wasn't there yet, but I wanted to forgive her, and I wanted to forgive myself for what had happened. And that was the real beginning of when I turned the page and the healing really started to happen. And this song came barreling out of me, and I started writing it there in the hot tub. Actually, I think it wrote itself, and I just was lucky enough to be the one hearing it, and I wrote it down. But I don't feel like I even had anything to do with it. And I was came in about 15 or 20 minutes, and I said, I got to get out of here because I got to go find my piano. And I sat down and I played it the first time as soon as I got into the house, still in my wet swim trunks. Sat down and got the chair that I had in front of this piano, all wet. But anyway, this is a special song for me, and it's called The Answer, and you can hear the recording I made with Chris Pinnock on the Beat Up Old Piano album. Again, on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, anywhere that music is sold, it's out there. This is called The Answer. Life is a series of ups and downs. It throws a curve every now and then. Leaves you wondering what you did to the light you're in. I don't know if there's rhyme or reason. I don't know if I'd call it fate, but I know if you're not careful, you'll wind up full of hate. I'm still searching for redemption. I'm still sifting through the pain. I'm still looking for a burning candle in the pouring rain. But I must be getting closer, 'cause I've finally come to see the answer is forgiveness. First for you, and then for me. I'm still trying to make some sense now, and I still wonder what went wrong. How could something fall to pieces that lasted for so long? And I've been wanting to point my finger. I've been looking for who to blame, worried about who won or lost, like it was some damn game. I'm still searching for redemption. I'm still sifting through the pain. I'm still looking for a burning candle in the pouring rain. But I must be getting closer, 'cause I've finally come to see the answer is forgiveness. First for you, and then for me. Since the day you left me, I've been mad and full of fear. But the one I've really been blaming is the one I see in the mirror. Yes, I must be getting closer, 'cause I've finally come to see the answer is forgiveness. First for you, then for me. The answer is forgiveness. First for you, and then for me. All right, thank you. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate that. All right, some Elton John. You know, I've got an Elton John song I wanted to share with you today. This comes off the Songs from the West Coast album in 2000. This one featured, I think this was the last like truly great commercial success in Elton John's album discography. This came out in 2001. Featured a music video, or it had a music video that featured Robert Downey Jr. as the star. And it was just as he was kind of coming out of jail and trying to rehab himself, get off drugs and all that stuff. So it was before his remarkable redemption and comeback with the Marvel Universe and all of that. And he was just kind of looking for whatever job he could get. And it's a really special music video that they shot for this. It's called I Want Love. I want love, but it's impossible. A man like me, so irresponsible. A man like me is dead in places other men feel liberated. I can't love shot full of holes. I don't feel nothing, I just feel cold. I don't feel nothing, just old scars toughening up around my heart. But I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't break me up, won't fence me in. I want love that don't mean a thing, that's the love I want. I want love. I want love on my own terms. After everything I've ever learned, me, I carry too much baggage. Oh man, I've seen so much ravage. But I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't break me up, won't fence me in. I want a love that don't mean a thing, that's the love I want. I want love. So bring it on. I've been bruised. Don't give me love that's clean and smooth. I'm ready for the rougher stuff. Let me see. The sweet romance, I've had enough. A man like me is dead in places other men feel liberated. But I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't break me up, won't break me in. I want a love that don't mean a thing, that's the love I want. I want love. I want love, just a different kind. I want love, won't break me down, won't break me up, won't fence me in. I want a love that don't mean a thing, that's the love I want. I want love. Okay, and I got another Elton John here by request, going back to 1985. Nikita, is it cold in your little corner of the world? You could roll around the globe, never find a woman's soul to know. Oh, I saw you by the wall, 10 of your 10 soldiers in a row, with eyes that looked like ice on fire, a human heart, a captive in the snow. Oh, Nikita is the others. Oh, Nikita, you will never know. Whoops. Anything about my home. I'll never know how good it feels to hold you. Nikita, I need you so. Oh, Nikita is the other side of any given line in time, counting 10 soldiers in their row. Oh no, Nikita, you'll never know. Do you ever dream of me? Do you ever see the letters that I write? When you look up through the wire, Nikita, do you count the stars at night? And if there comes a time the guns and gates no longer hold you in, and if you're free to make a choice, just look towards the west and find a friend. Oh, Nikita, you will never know anything about my home. I'll never know how good it feels to hold you. Nikita, I need you so. Oh, Nikita is the other side of any given line in time, counting 10 soldiers in their row. Oh no, Nikita, you'll never know. Oh, Nikita, you will never know anything about my home. I'll never know how good it feels to hold you. Nikita, I need you so. Nikita is the other side of any given line in time, counting 10 soldiers in the row. Oh no, Nikita, you'll never know. Oh, counting 10 soldiers in their row. Nikita, you'll never know. All right. Let's get our groove on, folks. Just a little reminder again, for those of you who didn't hear it. Next week, Mr. One Billy Joel turns 72. Next Sunday, to be exact. May 9th. And I'm having a birthday party for him. I hope all of you will come and bring your friends that love Billy Joel. It'll be an all Billy Joel show. I'll have my tracks. It'll sound like we got the Billy Joel band with us. I'll be in costume. I'll be in character. It's going to be a special event. One that I've been preparing for the last 40 years. Ooh, ooh, I go walking in my sleigh from the mountains of faith to the river so deep. I've been searching for something sacred or lost. Above the river is wide, and it's too hard to cross. Even though I know the river is wide, I walk down every evening and stand on the shore. Try to cross to the other side so I can finally find what I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep through the valley of fear to the river so deep. I've been searching for something taken out of my soul, something I can never lose, something somebody stole. Don't know why I go walking at night, but I'm tired and I don't want to walk anymore. Hope it doesn't do the rest of my life till I can finally find what I've been looking for. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep through the jungle of doubt to the river so deep. I've been searching for something so undefined that it can only be seen by the eyes of the blind in the middle of the night. Not sure about alive after this. God knows I ain't never been a spiritual man. Baptized by the fire, I've waded through the river that is running through the promised land. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep through the jungle of down to a river so deep. We all land in the ocean, we all start in the stream. We're all carried along by the river of dreams in the middle of the night. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. it's not so deep. Gloria, and it's not so deep. All righty. Okay, Bill, what do we have here? 1988. Billy Joel escapes punishment for defamation charges brought against him by Jack Powers, whom he called a creep during an interview with Playboy magazine. I love these little tidbits of trivia you add to us there, Bill. That's fantastic stuff. Okay, it's another one of Steve Lungrin's originals. This is I learned a few years ago that I sat and examined it, and I love music from all different eras. There's great stuff no matter what era you're in, but I discovered that I was a huge fan of the 1970s. Just didn't seem to matter what was going on. Every kind of music that came out in the 70s just really agrees with me. And I grew up a big fan of the radio. Now, I grew up in the 80s, but a lot of that 70s music was still in rotation on radio stations. So I heard a lot of it then. Of course, the radio is not as big of a deal today as it was. It's still important, but it's not as big of a deal as it was. And so anyway, I wrote an homage to the 1970s and talking about how it would be great if music got to the point where I just wanted to turn on the radio and see what they were playing again. This is called Bring Back the 70s. And this is the first cut off my 2016 album, Beat Up Old Piano. You can check it out everywhere music is sold. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, you name it. 1, 2, 3, 2. I've been a music fan as long as I remember. I love songs of every shape and size. For me, there is an era that just stands above the others. So come with me and let's go back in time. In 1970, the Beatles gave us Let It Be. They closed the book on something we all love, but they opened up the floodgates of a whole new generation. Man, I'd say that we're the lucky ones, 'cause John Denver had us high on a mountain. Clapton taught us how to play guitar. Crosby, Stills, and Nash told us to teach our children well, and Elvis proved that he was still a star. Well, could somebody please bring back the 70s? Well, country, rock, and disco were my friends. Well, could somebody please bring back the 70s? I want to love my radio again. Billy and Elton taught me how to pound the ivories. Chicago introduced me to the brass. Joni Mitchell had me grounded in a state of meditation. And Alice Cooper always kicks some ass. Pink Floyd and Genesis were always avant-garde. The Doobie Brothers kept it all mainstream. Skinner and the Eagles put some country in their rock, and Waylon put some rock Well, could somebody please bring back the 70s? I wanna love my radio again. The Bee Gees had us talking, jiving, dancing every night. George Clinton taught us how to bring the funk. And when the rock and roll all got too serious and soft, Iggy Pop came by, gave us punk. Woo! Could somebody please bring back the 70s? When country rock and disco were my friends. Well, could somebody please bring back the 70s? I wanna love my radio again. Could somebody please bring back the 70s? I wanna love my radio again. All right, thank you. Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Actually, I know I've heard it. I have the audio for that. I probably have seen it on YouTube as well. So. Okay, now, before we get out of here for the night, got probably 2 songs left in me here. We're going to even out the Billy Joel, Elton John universe here a little bit. Now, this is one, we're going to bring it down just a smidge. This is one I haven't played for a while, but this was a big hit, particularly in Great Britain. It's a pretty good sized hit here in America, too. This came out in 1989, but this was Elton's first ever #1 hit in the United Kingdom as a solo artist. He had a #1 hit duet with a lady named Kiki Dee. But it wasn't until 1989 that he finally scored a solo #1 in his home country. And it was with this beautiful song off of the Sleeping with the Past album called Sacrifice. It's a human sign when things go wrong, when the scent of it lingers, temptation strong, into the boundary of each married man. Sweet deceit comes calling, negativity lands, cold heart, hard done by you. Some things look better, baby, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's 2 hearts living in 2 separate worlds. And it's no sacrifice, no sacrifice. sacrifice at all. Mutual misunderstanding after the fact. Sensitivity builds a prison in the final act, and we lose direction. No stone unturned, no tears to damn you. When jealousy burns, cold, cold heart done by you. Some things look better, baby, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's two hearts living, two separate worlds. And it's no sacrifice, it's no sacrifice, no sacrifice at all. Cold, cold heart done by you. Some things look better, baby, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. There's two hearts living, separate worlds. And it's no sacrifice, it's no sacrifice, oh, it's no sacrifice at all. No sacrifice at all. No sacrifice at all. It's no sacrifice at all. Thank you so much, folks. What a lovely day this has been. I appreciate you tuning in. I really do. This is such a pleasure for me to do every week. And I know that it's we're all going to have different schedules here as those of us in the U.S. continue to sort of get vaccinated and everything starts to open back up, and the rest of the world will be catching up on our heels. So, but I hope that a lot of us can still meet, and maybe at some point we'll look and decide that it needs to be on a different day at a different time or something. We'll kind of work that out as we go. But thank you for. I'm not going to make any changes to the schedule anytime soon here. So, but I just want you to know I'm going to continue to do this. This is going to be a staple in what I do going forward. But I want to give you all a very, very, very special thank you for a very special about 14 months doing this so far. It made this crazy year of the pandemic very special for me. So, and it gave me purpose, gave me something to get up and do, and I hope that it helped some of you survive it too. It's been a tough, it's been a tough year for a lot of people, and yet, like all tough times, there have been moments of grace and beauty that we could only appreciate because of the tough times that we were surrounded in. So, So thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me this platform and for showing up and giving me a reason to do this every week. It's been an honor. I want to share with you a song as we leave that I went to a conference and saw a woman speak named Anita Morjani, who wrote a book about a near-death experience. She should have died from cancer. She had stage 4 cancer, and she was told, you're going to die, and she went into a coma. They were sure she was going to die. She was 90 pounds and just sick. She had lesions, poisonous lesions all over her bodies because she had so much toxicity from the cancer. The only way it could come up was up through her pores. She should have died, and she had a spontaneous healing that no one can explain. And but she came back with a story, and you can believe it or not, but what she said was, I was on both places. I was in the next place and this place. And I was aware of the presence of my deceased father. It's not the same kind of experience as being in your physical body. It was more that you could just sense. And he said to her, sweetheart, if you want to come, you can come. But your time doesn't have to be up. But if you go back, you need to learn to be yourself and live fearlessly. And so she decided to come back, and most people in that position, she says in her talk, will not come back because it feels so amazing, the unconditional love that you're surrounded by in that dimension, that most of them will pass forward because you have such perspective. You're sure everyone's going to be okay, and you know where they're all going to end up. But she decided to come back, and in 6 weeks, they couldn't detect any cancer in her body, and she was literally on her deathbed. I was so moved by that, and those words, live fearlessly, and a song started writing itself. And this is what came out of it, and this is on the Beat Up Old Piano album. And this is one of the most special songs to me, and it really was a message I needed to hear, and it helped move me in the direction of what I do now. And my life has improved immeasurably since I turned back toward what I love to do and started living fearlessly. So this is for Anita Morjani and for anyone who needs to hear this message. Sometimes you feel so down, you can't seem to turn it around. You're hurting inside, you just want to hide, and I'm here to tell you why. Stand up and claim your right to be yourself. Be you. You don't have to be nobody else. Live free, 'cause you're already everything you'll ever have to be. So just go be yourself and live fearlessly. You're working so diligently be who they want you to be, but you can decide to turn back the tide. Just take a good look inside and stand up and claim your right to be yourself. Be you. You don't have to be somebody else. Live free. You're already everything you'll ever have to be. Just go be yourself. Live fearlessly. Let go of all your worries. Time to put them on a shelf. The world is gonna love you when you learn to love yourself. Stand up and claim your right to be yourself. Be you. Okay, guys. Go out and live fearlessly and come back and see me next Sunday. Let's celebrate Billy Joel's birthday together, okay? Thanks so much. Remember, if you're a musician, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And for everybody, give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. Leave it all in the field. We don't know when it comes to an end, folks. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week in character to say happy birthday to Billy Joel. Love you guys.